Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. You know how I do. I'm in the pipe 5 by 5 staying alive here in Dubai. Loving it in Dubai, and it's always a crazy day in crypto. A little bit of a reversal for Bitcoin and Ethereum, but we're going to be talking about that at the end of the show, not at the beginning of the show like we always do. We're going to go over the news that's been going on in the crypto world first, and then head over to do some TA. So with that said, let's just get into the news and see what's going on. Okay, well, first off, right, the growth of Tether supply is a positive indicator for further crypto gains. Seems that the exchanges are adding more Tether on their balance sheet, and as well, Tether's growth has increased. USDT witnessed a 3.8 increase in market capitalization from a November 27th low of 65 billion to 67 billion on Sunday. This is the highest point since the collapse of FTX led to the market lower. Yes, well, there you go. Well, it's already started. This is just the beginning. As I know, it seems a 4% increase is nothing, but yes, this is the beginning of a turnaround for crypto in general. Yes, it doesn't mean that we're going to have like explosive prices. We're going to see an all-time high in Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the rest of them. No, we're not going to see that. But we are going to see a little bit of sunshines and rainbows and lollipops for a little bit of time. And then probably some negative news, and we're gonna fall down again. But then you know what? We'll always pick ourselves back up in the crypto world. There's gonna be ups and downs. That's just the way the crypto world works. Okay. Another cool news is this Formula One racing team secures 100 million sponsorship for crypto casino. Is the bear market over? You know, these sponsors are very, very expensive for any kind of company, right? And if the Formula One's driver wins, it's even more expensive. You know, first it's $100 million for the sponsorship. Then every time they win, it's another $25 million that they have to pay, right? For Formula One for because they won. And you know how many races there are? There's a lot of races. It goes around all around the world. So if they win every single race, that the company could go bankrupt. That's not going to happen, but still, if it did happen, the company could potentially go bankrupt um, because of all the races that he's got to pay out 25 million. Now, I don't think that translates into sales for them directly per se. And a lot of people are complaining about it and saying, like one person, some users are saying, however, they were not too happy about the teams partnering with a betting company. Well, and you can see that on Twitter. No, no to gambling. Sorry, guys, but people losing their whole finances is neither entertaining nor a desirable lifestyle. I have a lot of sympathy for the team, but that's the wrong path. Okay, some people might say that about crypto when you have people who are like, oh, F this, man, crypto's nonsense, I'm done. Look at this with a $304,000 loss, PNL loss. Ouch, that's gonna leave a mark. And yeah, I can see why people like hate crypto. You know, they do high leverage bets. They don't know what they're doing, and boom, they take massive losses. And yeah, it happens all the time in the crypto world, and people complain and say blame crypto, but no, dude, why don't you just buy Bitcoin, stop trading, buy Bitcoin, and done, right? You hold it, leave it, forget about it. With that $300,000, you forgot about that Bitcoin, and then you know in 10 years, right? You are a superstar. You are a rock star. You are super rich. Why? Because there's only 21 million Bitcoins. By in 10 years, it's going to be about close to 20 million, almost 21 million Bitcoins already mined. And guess what? There's 56 million millionaires today, and they can't all get a Bitcoin, and you'll have a whole wackadoodle of them. Almost like what, 15 with that amount of money, 15 Bitcoin. Yeah, you'll be high. All right. Original protocol sparks debate over the place for NFTs in the Bitcoin ecosystem. The community has been divided over whether the non-fungible token-like digital artifacts are the right fit for Bitcoin space. So this is an article talking about Bitcoin having NFTs on its protocol, so you'll be able to trade your NFTs on the Bitcoin protocol. What's the hate about this? Why is there such an uproar? Well, some have pointed out that these NFT-like structures have taken up block space on the Bitcoin network, which could drive up transaction fees. Okay, I want you to understand something about Bitcoin. It's a free, open protocol for anyone to use. Now, if somebody wants to, buy up a bunch of Bitcoin and spam the network just because they feel like it, they can do that. That's a colossal waste of money, right? But they can do that and make the miners rich, right? And they're free to do that. Now, because of the game theory, nobody wants to do that, right? So that's all part of the market game theory. Now, the same thing applies for these NFTs. If the transaction fees go higher, people won't buy the NFTs, reducing the transaction fees. It's the way the market works. You just have to let the market do what the market does best. People will decide for themselves what's the best use case for Bitcoin, and not you as a dictator developer, okay? Get that through your head. Yes, you want some idealistic nonsense happening, but the world doesn't run on ideals. Okay? It runs on, everybody doing what's in their best interest, and that is that. So, with that said, right, if people feel that it's in their best interest to use Bitcoin NFTs, then they will. And if they don't feel that that it's in their best interest to use NFTs on Bitcoin, then they won't. And it's as simple as that. All right. 2023 moves crypto fear index from extreme fear to greed. Yes, the extreme fear was happening for a long time. Felt bad. It felt horrible. I was feeling the blues, man, for a while. And yeah, it's now we've turned the corner. The fear and greed index is now in the greed section at 61. You can see last month it was like 25 on the extreme fear level. I remember it got even lower than 10 at some point during the whole bear market. It was brutal, absolutely destruction. With everybody thinking that Bitcoin was dumping all the way to 12K. Even myself, man, it looked like it was oof, 12K, man, Jesus, oof, that's gonna hurt. But we've turned the corner. 12K is still not off the table. It's just we've turned a corner right now, and hopefully we can create a major higher low, especially on the weekly. So on the weekly, we've got to create a higher low, right? You can see these are higher high. This is higher high, and then all of a sudden lower high, and then you can see we turn the corner here. Now, if we do that same thing and turn the corner upwards, you can see that Bitcoin will not make any kind of return to the 12K if we make some sort of higher high and higher low, and then boom, that's it. We are off the races. Kiss that 12K nonsense goodbye. All right, let's head over to the lower time frames. Let's go to 4 hour first. All right, you can see that we've returned from this high. This was a fake out high to wipe people out. A lot of bulls thought they can jump in at the last minute and run Bitcoin all the way to 25K and even up to 30K, but no. It did not. You can see a lot of people are sitting around. What the problem is though there's a lot of you can see. Oh wow, there's a lot of pressure candles here. It's not you can barely see it, but anyways, there's a lot of people who are have been sleeping on the couch, right? Because they bought Bitcoin at 30K and higher, right? And they were like, "Oh man, if Bitcoin can just get up to here, just get up to here, man, I'm just gonna sell." And their wives were pissed off at them, and they're just they want to get back on the bed with their wives. So this is why they're selling whenever Bitcoin comes up to a certain level. And so this is the pressure here, right? At the 24K, it came in heavy, and they sold off their Bitcoin so that they can sleep with their wives. And that's just the way it is, right? When people just don't buy an asset that's constantly going up, and they don't understand why they're buying it, they don't plan with buying it with money that they don't need, don't want to use right now, and so that's the problem. If you use it, buy Bitcoin with money you don't need to use right now, you will do well. Okay. So with that said, is Bitcoin is this the end of, can we see a big reversal all the way back down to 20K? Yes, we can, but really, we are not there yet. Bitcoin has to break probably about this level right here. Yes, around this level. If we break the 22, let's see here. Let me just use another. Let's see here. Let's just use the horizontal ray. There we go. And we could say $22,330 level. Boom. We could see Bitcoin break down. If we can hold that, we can see it head up to the 25K level. That's all up to Bitcoin deciding, like. But here, there's another point where we can see this Bitcoin, we can come back down to 21 first before we see any kind of breakdown. Oh man, if we break down below that, below these levels here. Wait a second, right here. What about here? 21,500, 20,500. Yeah, there's it's a big drop all the way to 18K. Oof. Big drop. Ooh, let's not do that. Wow. Okay. Let's hope we hold these levels. If we don't, that's what's going to happen. Okay. Ethereum, it's the same kind of deal here. We have clear levels that we cannot break, or else it's game over, son. Game over. Game over. You can see it's the $1,500 or $1,510 ish area. Breaking of that means we're heading back to 200 daily. Is this no? This is 204-hour moving hour average, and it could break down even further. We can see this thing. Ooh, now testing all the way down to the 13. Yeah, approximately this level here. I'll show you right here. There we go. The 1,350-ish level is where we can see Ethereum break down to. Ugh, I know, scary. Oh. Nightmare scenario. Oh, we'll live. We'll bounce back, and then we're off to races. You know what? If that helps, if that happens, right, it's very healthy, especially if it turns right here and it breaks above the previous high, this level here. We go above the 1680-ish, 82 level. We can kiss these lows goodbye. Absolutely, right? There's like a lower than 10% chance that we'll break down into these lows ever again, of the $1,200, the $1,000 level ever. So that's the positive news. If it were to do something like this, right, and break above. So it's got to come down, stay above this level here, 1300, 1350, and then break above this 1682, and then boom, goodbye. 1200. See you. Never going to see you again. Alrighty. Oh, well, look at the dominance. Ugh, man. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all the indicators, but you can see these support and resistance levels forever. I just added this one. I can show you. I just added this one right here because this one was a clear support and resistance, and you can see. And this one we've had it forever. These ones we've had forever. So let's see what other resistance. You can see that if we break the 45 is the next one, then the 47. Right? If we break the 47, then it's oof. We can see some serious movements higher, and Bitcoin will dominate all the alts and just brutalize them. There's a good chance of that because you can see all kinds of W's here. I mean, it's like the World Wrestling Federation of W's here. Oh man, the WWF. I know they changed the name, but anyways. And you can see the W here, right? I mean, there's W's everywhere. It's brutal. And so the odds of this thing pumping because of all the W's is very, very high at this point. You can see, let's just take a look at some of the W's that happened already, and you can see where the targets are. So this one, obviously, the target already hit right up approximately here. You can see that this is a W right here. So let's just take this one right here. You can call it a cup and handle, but it's the same thing. And then the target, well, we're almost hit the target right there, just above the resistance. And you can see that was, wow, that's the 61.8 that we failed off of. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The 61.8 isn't that a miracle number right there? Right? I mean, it's from the last top to this. Oh my gosh. Boom. The market hit it like clockwork and reversed on it heavy. Yeah. And so if we take this, that was one target. Let's see if we can create another one. Right, this one right here is another target for this W. And you can see that's just at the 40.4, the 45.4 level. So yeah, we could probably head up all the way to 78.6, which is the 46 level, but probably going to have some resistance at the 45.66 level. So that's where I'm betting we're going to see a reversal and then hopefully come down and break this upwards trend, or else, the alts are going to get spanked by Bitcoin in this bull market. This coming bull market. So I don't want that to happen. I want them to break down and watch alts just crush Bitcoin, because alts have that ability, because people are interested in investing in something new, something cool, and all that kind of stuff. So I really think that alts have a chance to outperform Bitcoin significantly, and you can see that it does happen. Right? This is priced in Bitcoin. It is outperforming significantly across the board. Only a few doubles here, but yeah, it does happen. Okay, with that said, right? You want to invest in these alts and convert your profits into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to hold a lot of Bitcoin, because honestly, it's going to be the money, and there's not enough to go around for all those millionaires who want some. They're going to be crying, and they're going to be paying $1 million for it, and they're going to feel no ways about that. Can you imagine, right? You can see Andrew Tate, right? If he'd never bought any Bitcoin, is it going to bother him to buy Bitcoin at $1 million? No. He doesn't even think about a car, supercar, how much a supercar costs. Doesn't even know, right? That his $1 million, his car costs $1 million. So what's it going to matter to buy a Bitcoin at $1 million? Right? There's so many dollars out there. It's not funny. There's trillions and trillions of dollars, and effectively there can be unlimited amount of dollars that can be out there. So obviously, the price for a Bitcoin will be a very hefty one in the future. So buy today.